I got something new for y'all today. Controller that I've been meaning to grab because I have used a lot of Hori products in the past. As you know, I have a Hori mini stick. I've also bought a lot of the Hori mini PlayStation controllers for my nephew back in the past. So safe to say I'm in good with Hori. I like their products. So I've heard about this a while back, but I grabbed specifically this Xbox One for science. But when the box came in, I already saw a debunked because when you get the PlayStation version, it has a toggle that goes from PS4 to PS5 and PC. But let me zoom this in right there. If you see, the Xbox One does say Windows 10. So don't have to do the For Science thing. It already says it's on the box. But this is the Hori Fighting Commander Octa. Now, you can get if you're looking for one for the PC specifically, go for the Xbox one versus the PlayStation one, only because it's a couple of dollars cheaper. So this one retails for $47.41. But if you're willing to take a chance, you can buy it used from Amazon and get it even cheaper. This cost me 38 with taxes and everything after all, so that's not too bad. I wouldn't say it's too bad, especially for a dope fighting pad that's supposed to work with all your fighting games. This actually still came with a lot of the original packaging, which is nice. All right, I already see one thing I already don't like, and that is the cable. And I'll explain why. With a lot of modern controllers, they make the cables break away because they know that these things break after a while. So the fact that Hori decided to keep the cable here and not make it a breakaway could be a potential issue. However, I still use the Hori Fighting Midi. Actually, where is it? I should grab it. Oh, it's right here. And the Hori Mini, same ordeal, and I haven't had a problem with the cable breaking. So it's to your use case. If you prefer a product that has a breakaway cable, then don't buy this. But if you're okay with the product having a standard cable and once it goes bad, and you lose out of the whole controller, there you go. So both of these are designed the same way. So you know. All right. Now, one thing I can see that is interesting is you got a D-pad. I like that the D-pad is concave, but I don't really like the feel of it. But the good thing about concave D-pads is it's better for a charged character, so that might be really good. But there's also a flick stick slash analog stick here, so that's kind of interesting. You got your 6-button layout, but you also got these. Now, I see something I don't like. Why did they put these here instead of not leaving those there? And why is the bumper buttons? I'd rather have the bumper buttons up here versus back here. That's an odd layout. You're definitely going to be changing your button layout between games and everything. But other than that, feels good. It's plasticky, but it feels good in your hands. The buttons are not bad. They got a nice clicky feel and all that. I think my main problem is one, button placement. Why y'all do that? And D-pad. But other than that, it feels pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and do a fight game test, shall we?
The one thing that I like to do with controllers with this that have analog stick, I just like to check the analog stick to see does it eventually have drift or not. So it's constantly going back to zero, so that's a good. So the timestamp looks like it's time to time. But yeah, it's decent. So I guess if you want to do more, instead of using the D-pad, you want to use the analog flick stick here because it kind of feels like both. Because it's an analog stick, but it's got a nice curvature, just like the Neo Geo Mini here, where your thumb can easily rest in it, so you can play fighting games with it as well, which it's a good idea. I like it. So, hmm. So it passes that test. Let's go ahead and do some actual fight game testing now. Not how I like to do it. I was a little slow there, but is that due to button reaction? Maybe.
The Elder Gods bless.
Round 2, fight.
Okay. Just making sure. Right. My buttons are all weird now because regular buttons are fine. My regular fight buttons are fine. My buttons. So, like I said, I have to hold these two now. Okay. Okay. Going for my reads.
Final round, fight. Finish her.
I feel like I'm off a little bit because the button placement is a little bit different to where I need to do stuff, but also I feel a little off because I don't know. I feel like I don't have the same reaction time that I have with some other controllers, so I'm forced to do the Marvel vs. Capcom thing, which you can easily do. So all you do is you wrap your thumb around like that, and then you just hold it like that versus normal hold like that. So there you go. So for a reaction test, I decided to switch it up a little bit and play some Under Night, only because I'm excited for the new game to come
あ
out.
とはお願い200や。いや、またあったね。ファーストクローズ、ディバイド。どうほら、どうだい。
まだまだ
いくよ。どう料理しよう。切り刻んであげるね。どう料理しよう。この落とす。
まだまだ
てっ。はい、そりゃ。ここにかわせるかい。はい、せい。どう料理しよう。はい、どう料理しよう。めっちゃ切りだ。
やるし
そこほら、そりゃ。せい。はい、どう料理しよう。
Okay.
分かったろ。みんな無駄な抵抗やくや。
強い
Maybe it was just a little weird in Mortal
セカン
Kombat.
ドクローズ、ディバイ。
Alright, So I went into training first, only because I wanted to see what the default layout is. So, of course, the standard 4 should be fine. Oh, actually, this is laid out perfectly for Street Fighter. And then, well, what do you know? So if you want to use the 6 buttons, so this is perfect for 6-button layout. And then those are your recording buttons, the back left set. Interesting. So this is perfect for Street Fighter. But let's see if I can do certain movements easy. Okay. Don't have to fight the. I'm using D-pad right now. I'm not using the flick stick. The analog flick stick style. Flick stick's good too. No problem. If you're more of a analog style player.
Ready. Go.
Alright. So that is your C roll. Oh, okay. And that's your CD attack. So actually in KOF the default layout is nice unless you're trying to do something different. Nice. Alright, so let's try out the other button. The back button. The back buttons, also CD. And then the left set does nothing, so you can map it. So actually, it feels good in Street Fighter, it feels good in KOF. You have to change it in Mortal Kombat a little bit. And the reaction time was good in Under Night Ember, so. All right, we're gonna test it in one more game. Just one more. So I wanted to try the Hori Fighting Commander on another 6-button game because a lot of the fighting games I got are actually 4-button games and not 6-button. So. Works. So actually, I have to take back what I said. This button layout actually works for 6-button games. It's weird for 4-button games, but it works for 6-button games. I was going for the combo, boy. I was going for victory. He got me. And he opened me up. There we go. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for my ender. Alright, so as you just saw, 6-button games. The moving the right button and right trigger right there is actually a good thing. And then you can just macro the back buttons to what you want. Throws, dashes, DPs, whatever. But yeah. But on four button games, you definitely have to macro the buttons to the settings that you actually want it to have. But all in all, for the price that I paid for it, it's worth. I'm going to put links down below for each version, the PlayStation version and the Switch version. I know the PlayStation version is the most expensive version of this controller, so use case can vary. But as you know me, I am more nowadays looking into PC and Steam Deck. However, some of you PlayStation fans, stay tuned. I might have an option for PS4 people. PS5 people actually already have an option, but we'll look into some options for PS4 people. But we'll get there when that road gets there. For now, Hori Fighting Commander gets a go in my book. Alright.